The Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Ronald Lamola, spoke to his UK counterpart. South Africa has started the engagements with UK in relation to the coming G20 meeting in the United Kingdom next year. Even though South Africa will not be participating during the G20 summit this year in America, engagements with UK have started because South Africa is part of the Troika. Minister, thank you so much for your time. You spoke to your counterpart in the United Kingdom. Take us through your discussions. For us of interest is whether you have touched on the issue of the G20 as the next host after the US, the United Kingdom.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sophie. Indeed, we discussed wide-ranging issues, including the G20. As you have said, the UK will be the presidency of the G20 in 2027. We are part of the Troika, and we have already been working with the UK to hand over some of the engagements and for them to take forward some of the themes from the South Africa G20. And the UK remains very committed to do that. And the discussion was also part of sharing some of the themes that can be taken forward when the UK assumes the G20 presidency. But we also raised the issue of our exclusion by the current president of the G20, which is the US. That it is important that country members of the G20 who will be attending the G20 in the US must raise the exclusion of South Africa in the US.
You also touched on the global issues. Perhaps can you take us through, did you touch on the Middle East or other global issues, or it was just bilateral?
No, we did. We did touch the issues in the Middle East, and he was very clear that the UK views it almost similar to South Africa, particularly on the issue of the rule of law and also on the respect for human rights, access to humanitarian needs for the people of Gaza, but also to respect the territorial integrity across the Middle East. And they also respect the international courts, the ICJ, the ICC, and he also gave us the candidates that they have as the UK for the ICJ, which is a clear signal that the UK will want to see the ICJ being strengthened and protected in terms of its role for international law. But we also touched on the South Sudan. I briefed him on our role, how far we are going with the process to support the people of South Sudan to hold their first democratic elections and the challenges that we are currently facing with the current situation in South Sudan that needs a cessation of hostilities, that needs people to now be geared towards the preparations for the elections, and that the AU will continue to monitor that environment. We also briefed him on Sudan itself. The UK is also a very big player because it's one of the leading countries in Geneva in terms of being leading efforts on Sudan. So there has been a wide range of issues that we indeed spoke about other than our own bilateral relations. And at a bilateral level, we were supposed to have a BNC with the UK just on the week that there was a transition. So because of that week of the transition, we then had to postpone the BNC. But we have committed that the BNC will sit before the end of this year.
And finally, Minister, South Africa and the United Kingdom, you have similar challenges of migration. Did you touch on that, perhaps to just share your thoughts?
No, we didn't. On that one, we didn't. We only touched on the issues of bilateral, the BNC, and the wide range of global issues. But I think in the BNC agenda, we will have a chance to talk about them. But also with my predecessor, we had a chance to speak about the management of migration.